Brought to you by the UIS. Welcome to the UIS. We've got things to talk about. Let's go on a journey, a trip through drama land, a quick stop to laugh at the rage pigs, an adventure to the world of the lolcows. Don't worry if we forget the incels, everyone else has. And in the end, we think fuck that we're not them. Oh yeah! It's that time again, 9 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your lolcow is? It is time to take a moment, take a journey with the prophet. So come hold my hand, wait that's not my hand. We are better than crystal meth. It's the UI fucking S. The UIS. The UI fucking S. The UIS. Welcome to the UI fucking S. Welcome to the UIS. Welcome to the UIS.
All good people are asleep and dreaming.
Evening, everyone. Welcome back to the UIS. We are live exclusively on Twitch for the 9 p.m. show. Hopefully, some of the folks from the Kick/YouTube pre-show will get their asses over here so we can continue on. And while I'm waiting, I kind of want to see what Twitch has built into OBS, because I do see my Streamlabs events, which we're not in Streamlabs, so why is it even here? I wonder if this works. If I click on this, it'll show the last person who followed. I guess it would if I actually had the alert visible, which I don't. Let's try that again. Now, I will tell you, little secret. I added some sounds back. All right, let's try that again. All right, so Uncle Ghosty. For some reason, that was sounding twice. That's not here. Whatever. Anyways, the soundboard is filled to the brim.
Yeah, the UIS is another one that's a real pain in the ass.
That was extremely loud. All right, so what is this? 0 bits, no channel points. Now, I have the option now to make my own emotes. So we got the dolphin there. Thank you, Buddha. So I need probably just take the ones I have on Kick and then bring them over to here. Now, I don't know where these are, but I think it might be right here. 25% chance. There we go. There we go. So yeah, my soundboard on the Go LXR is filled. I only have, 4, 8, 12 options. Of course, I have the Stream Deck, which has multiple pages I could use. We already have the UIS being a pain in the ass.
From this dude that's a real dick called UIS.
And I have some standard ones. Not sure about that one. Gotta have my roll on.
How can I wash my face when I'm being fucking abused?
You guys tell me if that's obnoxiously loud, because it's obnoxiously loud in my ear.
2 minutes, stop count, cut.
Love that shit.
Why do you care how I jack off?
No, I'm not bisexual, but I am goth.
I don't fuck chicks.
Just saying.
What she?
And finally,
Words fucking hurt.
as they do hurt. All right, let's get back in here. All right, turn that down. All right. Now, I've already mentioned tonight that we will be delving into some Earth 2 issues. But first, I think we need to look at Neural Viz, because we have probably missed several episodes of that, and that ain't right. All right, let me switch over to this one. All right, the camera is still tied up. I know, yeah, it's tied up from this shit. All right, let me close this out. Reload my camera. Hey, Dusa, welcome. Raspberry Balls, good to see you. Old man yells at games. That's copyright infringement right there. All right, let me deactivate this and reactivate. There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. All right, so let's go over to... All right, that one's nice and set up. And get over to YouTube. See if I can find it. Neural Viz. There we are. All right. Bring this over. 14. Oh, a brand new one. 14 minutes old. The Return of Lurby. The Cop Files. This is News. Human Hunters. Aliens Testify. The Chocolate Chip Dirty and Deepton. Gluron Street Interviews. Now, we must have watched some of these. I'd say we... Okay, we've seen this too.
Breaking news, everything is bad. It's just as terrible as you imagined and probably worse. With more we go to
I think I've screwed up and actually went to the real news.
Tom Lee Cruz. Tom Lee.
We're all in danger, Dan Lee.
Jesus Christ, what can we do?
Absolutely nothing.
It was good knowing you, Tom Lee.
I can't say the same.
That was unnecessary. We're just now getting in reports that all the children have exploded. They will be missed. Let's check in with Olivia Lee Rodrigo. Olivia Lee, where are you?
That's
Olivia Lee.
Do you hear that? Cut the music. Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
That's the sound of us slowly dying. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's louder in my left ear.
Olivia Lee Rodrigo reporting
I
from
actually
where
have some
I
more
am.
questions for you. Okay, we're going to go to Kevin Lee Costner, who has more with politics.
Kevin Lee.
Let's send it over to our senior correspondent, Nick Lee Minaj.
Look at this chart. Let's bring it up.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good.
That looks bad.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Let's go to our eye in the sky, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy.
Man, I am so high up right now.
You are in a helicopter.
I didn't know that when I got in. I thought it was a weird car.
What do you see up there?
Everything. It's too much. We were never supposed to see this. I need to go back down.
You stay right there. We're going to go to commercial.
Have you recently lost a child because they exploded? Because that's crazy. How are we all not talking about this? I feel like that really got glossed over real quick. That's a huge thing. Call
This
Ted
is
Lee.
very
555
different
call
than
Ted Lee. I wanna
the
talk
norm.
about this. Call Ted Lee now.
And we're back. Let's check in with Morgan Lee Freeman with sports. Morgan Lee.
I just want to take this sports time to say that whatever you hear about me in the next 24 hours is completely false. People are going to say things and have documents and recordings to back up what they say, and it's just not real. You should believe me and not their solid evidence. Knicks take it by 2.
This is when champions are born. We're going now to Frankly Sinatra with the weather, Frankly.
It's everywhere.
We won't be hearing from him anymore. Coming up, a cat learns how to water ski and then drowns.
All right, that's a little bit different than the normal fare from Neural Viz, but I like it. I like it. I see they have more of those. I thought, where was it? Yeah. This is News Part 2. which we'll get back to that. Let's get to aliens testifying they're not aliens.
Like, you all are looking at me and, you know, like, judging me because of my big eyes and the whole green skin thing. Like, oh, he's an alien. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not.
I don't.
Well, you could learn to water ski and still drown. I mean, there's probably lots of, or at least a handful, or at least one pro water skier that has drowned.
Well, if you think about, like,
well, yeah. I'll just. That's what was the question?
Now, these are not the male aliens that I'm used to. If we go over here, you can clearly see. If I went the right way, you could clearly see. Am I going to be able to do this? Damn it, no. I think I screwed my my gag up. No, I can get it. That is the only male alien I recognize. Can I zoom in? Like you were slipping me off there for a minute. There needs to be like a whole series of those action figures. I need Nada. Need them all. Anyways, back to the show. Cough, cough.
Cough.
What are you, okay, what about Bigfoot? How come no one is, talking about Bigfoot? And you're an alien, and he's an alien, and she's definitely an alien. But I am not an alien.
How come there's no, like, fat aliens?
I'm gonna sneeze. We should pause this forever. I might sneeze.
what? Are you what? Come on, me?
Dude.
And then you got a fat alien.
Dude. I plead the 5. Or what is it that you humans say? That we humans say?
You know what? No, I'm done. I'm gonna stop.
That's good shit. Unanswered oddities. Did we encounter a human? This is news 2, Cop Files Part 5. All right, that one's a little bit long, she said. All right, we will do this one, and that'll end Neural Viz for the night.
Previously, to settle public unrest around the unsolved murder of Prague Snarbo, the MBI brought in Deputy Switch Pruckett to re-examine the case. He immediately found an overlooked piece of evidence, which was unfortunately lost in forensic testing. With no leads left, Pruckett received his first break when a metamorphosizing Tiggy Skibbles disclosed previously unknown information regarding a chocolate chip. Deputy Pruckett now pursues his only lead.
Uncle Ghosty, welcome.
Cookie expert, Geggy Berlad, currently held and deeped in lockup. The case continues.
Not sure if we know Uncle Ghosty. I think I know who it might be. Not sure, though.
Home to notorious criminals such as Welmer Dead Body Dafferson and Nito No Life Floridaman. And Pruckett's glurn of interest, Geggy Berlad.
Prisons are the scariest places in the world. I'm glad we hide them because it makes it real easy to not think about how we have folks locked up in cages, you know, just in there exercising and reading books, getting stronger and smarter and forming sports teams so they can play the guards. And even though they're convicts, you want to root for them because they're clearly the underdog.
I figure somebody is Pete. Not sure if it's Uncle Ghosty or the other new name, Old Man Yells at Games. That seems like I should have that name.
I just can't even think about it. But with my anointment to sheriff right around the corner, I need to close this investigation as quick as I can before
What
that
can I do to that
moon
message?
showers us with its warm, golden, pissy lights.
Puckett heads inside Deepton Hole to see if Warden Delvin Jupp can arrange a special meeting with Geggy Berlaud.
She's a troublemaker, that
I can
one.
pin
I'm
it.
happy to
What else can I do with it? Reply directly to it.
Dangle her from the ceiling upside down to try to shake the evil out of her like a wicked tambourine.
Don't want to keep pausing it, but this is the first time I've ever used Twitch directly in OBS, and so I have like the Twitch chat, which is different than any chat that I've ever used. Turn on shield mode. Trying to see if there's like a way to like pin like messages like I could before. I'm not sure to figure that out.
I'll get you back there and you can get a couple shakes in yourself.
Oh, do you actually mind bringing her out?
Excuse me?
So I don't have to go inside.
Well, if we let her out, she wouldn't be much of a prisoner now, would she, Deputy?
Do you not have like a non-prison area, like maybe here in your office,
Like
or
this
a
one I
prison
could do
light
that.
we could chat in where there's no bars or barriers or potential for sports teams to form?
We only have prison and prison plus here.
What's prison plus?
It's double the shackles, and you get a cool prison nickname like Big Cherry or Cherry Top. Right now we only have cherry names available.
Look, it's just I have a fear of prisons, and I really don't want to go inside.
Oh, I see. You think I'm stupid.
So like this
You are
one.
trying to pull the old I'm afraid of prisons to get a prisoner out so they can
That
do
one.
a jailbreak trick.
I'm an officer of the law investigating a murder case here.
Deputy, anybody can spend 2 years training to become an officer of the law, then 10 years working their way up on the job until they're assigned to a specific murder case related to a prisoner in order to pull off a jailbreak.
Okay, well, now I do kind of think you're stupid. Right. So
Why does it take so long to
this is
change
my
the
nightmare.
message?
Deputy Switch Puckett was sentenced to 6 years in prison for conspiracy to become a police officer to pull off a jailbreak and an additional 15 years just for fun. But
Is
with
it ever
only
going to go
48
down?
hours
Go
until
away?
the rise of the piss moon, Deputy Puckett needs to free himself to make his anointment and to solve the murder of Detective Prack Snarbo.
I only get my
Refresh
one
it.
phone call to clear up this whole big misunderstanding, so whoever I call has to be rock solid. I only get this one shot, so I need to make sure they pick up.
See, like that
Hey,
one.
Daddy,
Yeah,
it's
there it
me.
goes.
Looks like it went to your voicemail again. Don't know why I thought.
Guess
you picked
eventually
up
it
this
gets
time,
off the
but I could
screen.
really use your help right now.
After failing to free himself, Puckett uses rec time to seek an audience with the only other Glurin he knows that is locked up here.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Oh, it's a really silly story. Some of the inmates here, they took my horns off, they cut them off, and then they creatively used them to scoop my eyeball out. They're a silly bunch.
That doesn't sound too silly.
Well, they were laughing the whole time.
I don't know how anybody could laugh in a place like this. I hate prisons.
Oh, it's not so bad in here. The beatings are actually a nice break between the executions. And even though they stopped giving me my morp inhibitors, every once in a while they let me smell food. So what are you so scared of?
It's not that I'm actually scared. It's just that my mom died in the prison during an investigation.
Oh, goodness. How'd she die?
Death.
Oh, that's the bad one.
Yeah,
All I wanted to
it
do
is.
was honor her legacy.
Death by death.
Become sheriff, solve this murder case. You know, when Guck assigned it to me, I thought,
Yeah.
Just sell the name.
Guck Rodell?
Oh, yeah. He's got quite the
God
sweet tooth.
damn you
You've
people.
been making Guck Rodell chocolate chip cookies?
No, not chocolate chip. Snickerdoodle is my specialty, and that's Guck's favorite.
As I understand it, there ain't too many Glurins that know how to make cookies, and there is a chocolate chip directly involved in this case. You think Guck could have been the one to make chocolate chip cookies?
No way. Guck doesn't know how to bake. I did hear a rumor in here, though, while I was being waterboarded, that the Tooth Cartel has their own cookie Glurin that's been making chocolate chip cookies.
The Tooth Cartel's wrapped up in this? Well, this goes deeper than I thought.
I don't think he can handle
What's
the
it even
tooth.
matter? There's no way out of here.
Well, there might be one way. You see, I befriended a wall here pretty early on, and that wall gave me permission to dig into it with a spoon. So I've been digging out the dirt and eating it to get rid of the evidence.
You've been digging a tunnel through your only friend here and eating them.
It has completely destroyed my digestive system.
What are we waiting for? Let's get out of here.
Someone needs to stay lookout. It's the only reason I haven't left.
Let's just get someone else involved.
We can't. There's not enough time. You go solve this case. I'll bathe in the pain and suffering.
Peggy, I can't. They'll take your other eye.
Well, good thing I got one left then, huh?
Oh, Jesus.
Geggy is
Where
the
is
sweetest
it?
girl in the world, but part of me thinks she might be into the pain and suffering. Like, what is going on there?
Switch escapes through Geggy's tunnel, and Geggy arranges for Switch to meet a contact of hers in a back cave tavern who might be able to give him more information on the Tooth Cartel.
Thank you for meeting me, Mr. Pogcordo.
Pogcordo? Who's Pogcordo? I've never heard of me before. Are you crazy? I can have Glurins knowing I'm talking to the cops. That's why I wore this disguise. I'm practically invisible.
Right, got it. Look, I don't want...
Is it me, or does the show look more... I don't know how to even say it. It looks more animated than it used to. It's like before, I don't want to say it looked real, but it didn't look quite so fuzzy and soft. It looked almost like frighteningly real, like the things that are in here. Like you could see like the, I don't know, contours of their face. They looked wet sometimes.
Don't waste your time here. I need info on the Tooth Cartel. Geggy said they had a cookie glurant. Now, what can you tell me?
Nothing.
What? I thought you had info.
I do, but I am respectable bastard. I am no rat. I do have a little rat blood in me, but I do not squeak like one.
Then why'd you even agree to talk?
I like talking. Talking is fun. It's how you make friends. You become customer. Friendship is good for business.
Haven't you ever wanted to be something bigger than yourself? Haven't you ever wanted to be a hero like the heroes that came before? That's all Prax Narbo was trying to do. That's what Geggy Berlad just did, and that's what I plan to do, too. You can be that as well, Pog. Not only a respectable bastard, but a heroic one.
Your words, they infest me with emotion.
Oh, okay.
But nonetheless, I do not need to be hero, for I am I, and I need not be nothing more.
So I got Twitch stats
Sorry,
here.
I cannot help you.
It seems Switch Pruckett may have finally hit the end of the line, but as he is leaving the tavern...
Oink, 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 oink. Over here. I'm over here.
Okay, stop blinking, Tiggy. I can see you. You got my attention. Now, what are you even doing down here anyway?
I'm not down here to buy teeth for my new teeth guy, so I can...
Now, he looks a little sweaty and wet.
Well, you're looking better.
I'm back on my morph inhibitors. I can't even tell you what I did to get them. Literally, I was blacked out. I woke up with an open lesion on my body and a bottle of inhibitors.
Glad you're back to normal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go drown myself in the blood puddle because I'm a complete failure.
Hold on. I might be able to help.
What do you mean?
I may have been contacted by a shadow organization that could help answer some questions on the case.
You're talking about the Resistance?
How did you know that?
You pretty much said it out loud when I brought you in for questioning. You think they have the answers?
Maybe. I haven't talked to them yet, but do you have any other options?
No, I don't. How come you haven't gone to them earlier?
Anyone else?
I was like, who resists the resistance? But then I realized it would be cooler to resist resisting the resistance. So now I've resisted being a resistor.
It seems like they're trying to make too much of a show. They're supposed to be really short, little, goofy, stupid clips that barely connect with all the other ones. I mean, this is a 10-minute video.
Okay.
Well, the attention span for that.
I overheard you talking to Pog, and I saw that you clearly cared. But I think I'm ready to show that I care too. That I can be something bigger. At least I owe it to Prague. And I'm not just saying that because I suspect by helping out it'll make me more rich and famous.
Are you sure, Tiggy? There's no turning back once we go down this rabbit hole.
Okay, well, I'm just remembering what I did to get the morph inhibitors because it did involve a rabbit's hole.
Speaking of rabbit's hole, this Friday, I'm going to try to film it if I can, but I'm taking Charlie to work, as I normally do, and there will be a special guest in the office. My coworker is bringing her bunny rabbit, which I'm sure the bunny rabbit is probably larger than Charlie. So Charlie will have her first play date with a rabbit. And I almost bought dog treats the other day that were made from rabbit, but I remembered, nope, I better not do that. Don't want to give Charlie a taste for rabbit and then hang out with one.
A monolith, Tiggy. That is disgusting.
No, not a rabbit's body hole. I had to put my own body down a hole dug by a rabbit.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
This.
Let's just get going and never say those words in that order ever again.
Definitely.
He
I
looks...
never thought I'd be working with a cop, but I am warming up to this whole Tiggy and the Piggy dynamic we got going on.
Yeah, definitely not okay with the whole Tiggy and the Piggy name thing, but it does look like this case is back on. And I'll tell you this right now. And I swear it on my mama.
And I have to get it on camera. I have to get it on film when the cats piss me off, which is constantly. And I yell at them to get the hell out of my face and go away. Charlie is my enforcer. As they run away, Charlie takes off after them, barking her little ass off, growling, like she's going to do anything, like she would know what to do if she caught the cat. I think it's funny. She's a little badass.
Slurp sauce. There will be justice for Snarbo.
All right. Honestly, I didn't like that as much as I liked the older neural viz stuff. I said it looked too produced, fuzzy. Try to find like a really old one, like this one. See if I'm just
On tonight's episode of
okay, maybe I'm just thinking wrong.
The Americans came to the...
Listen up, brother. The Glorin claims that they...
Okay, so maybe it's always been that way. I was just maybe thinking it looked different. Just losing my damn mind. That's all right. So, Earth 2. Let's go to... Do they not have a Wikipedia? Well, join the metaverse, Earth 2. The geolocational metaverse. So, you can buy land. So buy land. So you can see here it is America. Now this is what's called let me see. There's different versions. Wait till the tiles come up. Okay. All right. So, Fort Valley, Georgia. All right. So, details. Okay. If you want to buy tier 1, I guess there is no tier 1. But if you want to buy these, how many do I have there? 12 tiles for tier 2. It's going to cost $128. It's insane. But if you go to tier 3, it's $1.96. What's the difference? I have no idea. I know that I guess once the game is actually playable, it's like a server maybe. Like there's less space available on tier 2. And so tier 3 like doesn't really have anything. And so that's where I bought my Earth tiles. I posted on my community page at one point that I bought the same 4 tiles that I basically actually live on. And so price per tile is, 16 cents, which I think might even been less then. So yeah, I didn't really pay a whole lot of money. But buying stuff. This is before I really got into how just much in shambles this is. you have to basically use cryptocurrency, which I do have. I have a Coinbase account. But no. They don't want to use something that other people use. No, of course not. They want to use some just shit called, what the hell is it called? MetaMask. And so I had my reservations at first. And at first I was going to buy the tier 2 tiles, which at $10 a tile, you're looking at $40. I was like, well, shit, I'm not going to use real money for this garbage. So, and I have cryptocurrency that I somehow made over the years after, I think, putting in a couple of bucks here and there. Things blew up and I ended up with, $60, $75 in cryptocurrency. I was like, well, all right, I will create an account for this MetaMask, which I did my research beforehand and saw that it is a legitimate, cryptocurrency wallet, basically, just like all the other ones. There's nothing really wrong with it. They're not owned by this other company, but for whatever reason, they're using them. So I was like, all right, I will take my cryptocurrency that I want to spend, which was, I think I sent $50 over. Sent $50 over to my MetaMask account. So there's that. I have the money that this game uses. So I'm ready to make a purchase. And that's when things went wrong. So things went wrong, which I'm going to get into. And so then after that, I tried again to buy the same 4 tiles, but tier 3. So in other words, it was only $1 something. And so that I used not cryptocurrency. I'd found that where I could, use a credit card or use my Cash App card through the MetaMask, still stupid back-assward bullshit. So I want to show, there is some footage in here somewhere of what the game will look like. But right now, you can sign up to try to play, get chosen, I guess. I guess spending money is not enough. I had to answer all kinds of questions about my system, graphics card, processors, all that stuff. Have not heard back yet. But you can virtually mine. I don't even understand it, but I bought 4 tiles at, what was it? What did it say? 10 cents each? I don't know. Spend $1, whatever. I've made $1 with some virtual mining. I guess it's like staking cryptocurrency, but you're doing it in a game fashion. Whatever. Stupid. I'm going to open up my files here to show my emails. All right, so once I get into this, let me open this. Okay, so before I successfully made my budget transaction of tier 3, I did try to buy those same 4 tiles on tier 2, and I followed their directions. I had the money in the crypto account, but it didn't go. It went through, but it didn't go through. It went through on MetaMask's end. It showed all the correct information, the to, the from, all that stuff. And so I waited. I looked at the customer support. They had that as a problem. Like, what happens if you don't have your funds transferred over, whatever? And it said, please wait, how many, up to, I think it was like 72 hours. which I waited that long, and even more. I think I waited like 4 or 5 days. So here is, I don't have the original support email where I gave all the information saying I've waited so many days, my transaction didn't go through. All right, so let's get into this. So finally they responded. Dear me, thank you for reaching out to Earth 2 customer support. I understand you had some troubles adding credits to Earth 2, and you are inquiring about an Essence deposit to your Earth 2 account. I am here to further look into this. Kindly note that our website has numerous warnings about depositing Essence back into Earth 2, specifically about following the instructions carefully and ensuring you send the Essence from the wallet you have actively linked to your Earth 2 account. Those warnings also mention that if steps are not followed correctly, there may be little we can do for you. Without making any promises, we will still endeavor to investigate the issue you experience. Therefore, please provide the following to help with our investigation. Now, that one right there pissed me off. That pissed me off completely. They assuming that I did something wrong about their fucking numerous warnings. MetaMask wallet address you used to make the deposit. The wallet address you sent the deposit to. Which deposit method you used. And a copy of my ID or bank statement showing purchase made to Earth 2 to prove the account's ownership. So yeah, that email pissed me off. Okay, the condescending comments about all your multiple warnings can just stop. I was given multiple warnings to steer clear of Earth 2, but did I? Could be that your precious program has more bugs than the real Earth. Hell, I can't even seem to be able to respond to this ticket in your support system. Instead, I'm sending an email like a goddamn caveman, not knowing if it'll go anywhere. Hey, just like my deposit. All right. Of course, all the screenshot attachments I sent previously have all this information. But I like hoops, I guess. Here goes. Hoop number 1. Here is my MetaMask address. Guess what? Oh, so actively linked. Hoop 2. This is the address I deposited it to, using the Essence QR code at the bottom of the settings page, which we'll see that in a minute. Also, this was shown on the transfer screenshot, but if it helps you make me copy pasta it, so be it, Jedi. Hoop 3, the exact way I transferred the funds was by clicking the QR code provided on the Earth 2 settings page. I then transferred the amount in Ethereum. All right. And then I gave 5 images to show this. And I also said maybe the last one was unnecessary, but so were your snide comments. So this is the first one showing the QR code. There, concealed weapons permit, license. There's my driver's license, to prove who I am. But then again, I'm showing off all these images of licenses. How do they know it's really me? I should probably give them a real picture. So there you go. There's your picture. All right. And so their response, please answer the following questions that will help our investigations. Hold on a second. Let me okay. Was your address connected to Earth 2 as specified in the instructions, which they give the instructions, which it was. I'm not a fucking idiot. So all of this stuff is it's very cut and dry. What's not cut and dry is actually getting the information to work, Did you scan directly the upper code, or did you click on Pay Now? This last one also opens a QR code to connect you. Also ask yourself, why do you have so many ways to do the exact same thing? But anyways. Yes, my address was connected. Checked, double, triple checked before the transfer was initiated. Do you guys not look at any of the screenshots I sent, especially initial support request? I didn't just happen to have an obscure MetaMask account, you know? I had to create one specifically for this and transfer Ethereum to this newly created MetaMask account. Therefore, I'm going to research as much as I can before sending crypto everywhere. I linked this new MetaMask account to my verified, which they ask you to verify it, which is verifying your real identity using ID Me or whatever the hell it was. I carefully read every instruction given. Before the question is asked, I only have one MetaMask account and only one Earth 2 account. As for which confusing, redundant option, I was forced to choose the QR code, as I already mentioned. Tried the other, but it just sat there, loading, doing nothing. It stated not to close or refresh the screen, but after 2 or 3 hours of waiting, I assumed it was fart. I then clicked on the QR code, or scanned it. Here are more screenshots, all showing the same thing. This one, I go into a lot of the same screenshots I had sent the initial support request, which, of course, I blocked out all the real information. And, of course, this is these account IDs. It's not like it's 5 digits you type in or something. I mean, there's a 30-digit thing here with letters, numbers, characters. And so I'm not typing any of this shit. I'm, clicking on buttons to do it for me. So there's no chance of me accidentally typing something wrong. I'm using their information. So from and to, it says, me, Earth 2, and there's the $43.27 with the transaction fee. And then this is where I had sent the money, sent Ethereum. Again, from and to, 43.47. Again, just more of the same shit that shows exactly where it went. There's a from, there's a to. There's like no like third thing that could have happened. It's there. It's here from here to there. And then this is, me showing my connected wallet, which I marked out the number. And so yeah, I finally get another email about 2 weeks ago. Your case is being reviewed by our credits team. But finally today, I'm like, you know what? I'm pissed. It's been a month now, almost a month. This whole thing started July 24th, and it's almost 24th of August. So yeah, any updates on this? It's going on a month since transaction was completed. Here's what was funny. What was $43 now would be close to $50 because of the rise of Ethereum. So I would have had $50 instead of 43 if I just avoided Earth 2 altogether. Considering I had all my accounts properly connected and followed all instructions, it should be pretty easy to figure out, right? It sounds like a bug on your end that you're trying to figure out on my dime. You should really credit my account so I can begin the assuredly long and frustrating process of trying to get me and myself away from this dumpster fire. I've avoided discussing this on my YouTube channel, mostly due to embarrassment, but I don't see any other option at this point. I'm not a huge streamer, but 16,000 subscribers is hardly nothing. So I don't think that's going to get anywhere. I don't think anything's going to happen. The more I look into it, the more I see that this is a bad company, Ponzi scheme. It's pretty funny. They have 3 tiers. You got the tier on the bottom, then the second one, and then the third one. All nice little triangle scheme. So yeah, I'm out $43, which was really like maybe $5, $6, $7 to begin with. And so now, if you, of course, hindsight being 2020. Now, if you go back and look at the problems with Earth 2, the whole bankruptcy thing, and just I'm not the only one having problems. Somewhere in here, I wanted to show like what it's supposed to be. I'm thinking, you know, looking at the screenshots and the little bit of video that there is, similar to Once Human, but it's just Earth. Probably go on YouTube and look up look up Earth 2 footage. The actual worst game ever. Earth 2's gameplay is as bad as you think it is.
Today is a very special day, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, now this is Big Fry TV. I've watched him occasionally. He's pretty funny, pretty angry. But anyways, as bad as it is, it looks decent enough. It looks like a game I could, you know, screw around with.
Earth 2 gameplay has finally dropped, and no, it's not more buggy gameplay. Well, I mean, I guess it technically is. Certain creators, some of the biggest holders of Earth 2 essence and tiles, now have access to the very first, they're calling it Chapter 1. All of the streamers have the little thing on their stream saying, it's pre-alpha, expect bugs. I'd actually prefer there to be more bugs, because then at least there's something to look at and do. From what I can gather from watching multiple streams across multiple hours today, you can run around an empty environment that has trees, as well as birds.
I see bananas.
And you can pick banana plants and other plants, put them in your inventory. You can drink water from the ocean. That's about it. The last thing I knew about Earth 2 when you go to their actual registry page is that they filed a 519, which means paperwork has been filed to wind up the company. What does winding up a company mean? The filing means that the company is allegedly not able to pay their debts, or completely mismanaged, or
hold on. $43. So my money went for their certified documents. That's what it is. They're still got a damn going just to pay their legal
liquidation.
fees.
So that was May 29th of this year. So, you know, this is definitely the company to lead us into the future. Anyways, guys, if you are new here and you don't know what Earth 2 is, there is just a vast amount of documentation on my channel, multiple videos over the last 3 years. It's essentially a metaverse. It's an Earth 2 digital version where you can buy land in a real Earth 2. And I'll be honest, I couldn't even explain to you the gameplay. It's been 3 fucking years, and I still have zero idea what it is.
Yeah, but it seems like a good idea. It seems like a good idea to create a game that is as big as the Earth, which I know that has been done before with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Basically, the entire Earth can be accessed. But to actually, I guess, own pieces of it, seems like an idea that's could do some stuff. But you mismanage stuff.
But apparently, from what I've been told over the years, the game is going to be like Age of Empires mixed with Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics. It's going to be a digital version of the Earth, and you have to get in now. You have to buy your tiles now. You have to get in and own land so that you can start generating money. How that works, anybody's guess. It's a metaverse that tried to jump onto the crypto train. Everybody called it out as being so ambitious that it must be a scam, because nobody in their right fucking minds would actually believe it and buy into it. But people did. And 3 years ago, when I talked about this shit, and I mean, there were talks about lawsuits going on. Other Earth 2 creators were fucking pissed off at me. It was a whole fucking saga on this channel.
Yeah, how much did they spend? I want to know.
Gameplay drops today. The NDA has lifted. Now listen, I don't spend my fucking money on bum-ass crypto projects. I do spend my money on magic cards, which I don't know which one's worse at this point. So I don't have access to the game. We're watching a live stream here. I scrub through it. I react to the gameplay. I'm going to have a link to this YouTuber down below.
All right, let's skip past some of this shit.
See. What do we got?
Avatar. Let's just select one then. Could we use these?
So yeah, the graphics look like they're nothing special. Just any game that we've all played. They even said Red Dead Redemption, but it's the real Earth. But people have dumped a bunch of money into this, especially with those tiles that are $10 each. I mean, admittedly, I was going to do it, but I was only going to buy the property that I actually live on, which I could get away with buying 4 tiles. That's why it was $40. I transferred, I think, 43 just to make sure in case the little fluctuations in crypto. So, but I do own property, but I own tier 3, which why tier 3 is so cheap. I'm assuming it's because there's nothing else. There's less to do than in tier 2. Where the fuck is tier 1? I have no idea. Maybe that's the real expensive shit, and maybe there's nothing left. And maybe that's why tier 2 is so expensive. Maybe there's like, let's go to a highly populated area. I do not live in a highly populated area. No, we're not playing Find the Trash again. Not saying we're not going to, just that's not what I'm doing. This should be a pretty big city. More like a suburb. You would think maybe like a layers here where I can turn some shit off. All right, let's just zoom in and wait for the tiles to come up. All right, so I guess nobody owns stuff over here. Maybe in California? But I have seen where a bunch of people own property in this game. It's not showing up now. See if I can refresh and it'll show me somewhere populated. All right, I got a better idea. We're going to do guest mode. That way there's no cache. Take this dope for my wound. All right, Medusa, hope you get better soon. All right, so you see here, I don't know where we are here, but a lot of stuff is purchased by some, I guess, Israelis and Iranians and Americans and Kryptonians. All right, where is this? Where in the fuck is this? Okay, so California. So how to, I mean, you can go through this site. Nowhere in here does it really even talk about the actual game. But I did end up finding it. Let's see, where is it? Search for land, tier 1 properties. But anyways, I did find where you could actually sign up to try to get access to the game. So I'm still waiting on that. I'm just hoping that sometime soon I either get my money back, get my credits back, in essence, whatever the fuck that is, and then turn that back into Ethereum, get it back in my MetaMask account so I can either leave it in there or I figure I might as well leave it in there. Not have all my eggs in one basket. So have, half my crypto and Coinbase and the other half in this MetaMask shit. So the moral of the story. Earth 2, worse than Earth 1. Stay away. I think here, if we go to Earth 2, it's a good term. Problems? Earth 2 faces significant problems, including major financial issues like frozen withdrawals and unpaid invoices to former developers, a flawed and insecure platform that exposed user data, misleading marketing, and overhyped technology claims, a lack of progress on core game development, resulting in a very buggy pre-alpha gameplay and a general lack of trust from its user base and the wider development community. But I'm sure that my email, which was very kind and heartwarming, will, veer them into giving my money back. Exactly. That is the coolest part. Zooming in and out and seeing the planet, which you can do on Google Earth. You have much more fun on Google Earth because the cities pop up, You can go three-dimensional. You can find disembodied toes like we did the other night with the game. I can't remember who suggested it. Well, I think it was might have been Cringe Minion, or was it Buddha? Basically, find the trash. We started with India. Go to any place in India, and see how long it is before you could find trash on the street. And it was surprising because the very first place I picked was the cleanest rural area I had ever seen. It was like an open yard with like this little concrete wall. It's like everything was dirt. And you could tell it was an old place. It had like rust stains on the wall. But I swear it was like the cleanest area. Very third world looking, but clean. No trash. But it wasn't too far after that I found my trash and disembodied toes. I believe that was on Monday's stream. So go to India. Made the mistake of just going to a place where you really need to go to a populated place, a city if you can find one. Because like just zooming here, you're probably gonna end up in a field. All right, where is? Trying to think of the biggest city in India, Punjabi. There's got to be a city in there. Yeah, doing that basically makes it to where you can't see shit and puts a blue hue over everything, but it also lets you click and go to Street View immediately. So where we're going to end up, I don't know. We got trash. But again, this is not too bad of an area. It's very, very rural with farming and such. But there is trash. Now, if only we had played Find the Disembodied Toes. I mean, you can't even script stuff like that. Immediately finding some just toes. And I'm not even sure if it was on the same foot or the same person. Because they didn't look like they are owned by the same person. What the hell is this shit? Okay. All right, let's go here. Now, this seems to happen a lot in India. The place where I saw the disembodied toes was on someone's back porch. How I ended up on inside someone's back porch, I don't know. It wasn't open air. There was a roof. It was inside. And now I'm inside of a building. The fuck is that? The tanning booth? The hell? How do you end up in an operating room? Or something. There's no trash, though. Oh, Micro's Beauty Studio Institute, Best Beauty Salon. Okay. All right, let's try this again. See if we can not end up inside of a house. And try to find some more trash. How is this even possible? Nowhere in America do you click and you end up in somebody's house. Or inside of someone's office or Dr. Drew. I mean, the radio guy used to do Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. Maternity. All right, I'm going to try another city over here. If I end up inside somewhere again, I'm leaving. Come on, man. There we go. Here's the trash. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, we got plenty of water towers in America, but none with a spiral staircase. That's awesome. Looks a little bit like my front yard. It's not in good shape these days. There's more trash right there. Wonder if we can do like find the dead body. How long it would take to find one. Could cheat and just go straight to New York City. Whoa. The goddamn hurricane. Oh man, I guess I need to go check the news. See if I need to pack up. I'm sure someone would have said something by now. Looked like it was going towards the Carolinas. All right, let's go to New York. Belmont, Flora Park, Queens. Where to go in Queens to find a dead body? Imagine there's probably one right here. No street. Okay. Oh, there's some dead bodies under that. So there's a show on, I don't know, but it's called Them. Maybe it was on Amazon Prime. It's like an anthology. It kind of reminded me of that Jordan Peele director. Not sure if he had anything to do with it or not, but it was more an African American sort of geared show. But the first season dealt with 1940s, 1950s race problems, black people moving into white areas, supposedly, you know, even in the deeds where it said you couldn't live here if you're black. Anyways, and it was the black people ruining this great white neighborhood of Compton. And so it's a pretty good show. And then the next season had like the same actors, but it was a different show altogether. But it wasn't until the very end of season 2 the connection was made. So they were connected, but at first it seems like not connected at all. All right, so Compton, Willowbrook. Let's just click there. CVG, Cyrax Video Games. Anyone need a palate cleanser? It's got a fucking mask on. East Mirth. Sounds witchy. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. You got bars on the window, motherfucker. Got to be better than taking your kid to fucking Cyrax's neighborhood with that daycare behind his house. And by the way, the find the trash, we already did. We got it right there. There's probably a dead body under that, I'm sure. So yeah, the first expedition to Compton, I think we have to assume there's dead body in there. The fact that it's outside of a daycare. Oh, it's just, oh, god damn. That's bad. I was about to say, whose shit is this? But it's the daycares. I mean, you got the guard gate right there. That is one weird fire hydrant, too. But I bet they're charging out the ass for daycare if they got a super truck. Whatever the hell this thing is called. Ugliest fucking car since the Hummer. All right, so we can zoom up a couple of blocks. See if we can find another body. Is that a body right there? No, that's words. It's like my wife's vehicle. Anyways. All right. Tell these houses were built like in the 50s, 60s. That concrete block stucco, the weird ass fancy windows before they had iron bars on them. But anyways. All right, boys. I'm going to end it tonight. just because I know that we definitely met the 3 average for tonight. And so I definitely want to end on a good note and try this again for a couple more days, see if we can't get somewhere, get some more ideas for things. So, and please let me know if anything's going wrong with the stream, with, like, because I don't know how the hell Twitch works. I don't know how that shit works. If there's ads that pop up during the show, which that seems like that would really suck. It's like, if you have to deal with ads on a replay, it's like, sorry, you know, you probably have to do that. Some people have to do that on YouTube. People who don't have the premium. But if they're showing like ads during the live, I like to know. At least, you know, might reconsider. Play some Borderlands 3. Yes, that is, we talked a little bit about that since Borderlands 4 is coming out soon. And I just recently installed Borderlands 3. So it's ready to go. So yeah, definitely. And Twitch, I think, would be a good place to do it. I think it would probably go over better than YouTube or Kick. But we'll see. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you guys coming out. We will do it again very soon. Get back to where we're streaming several times a week. But we are trying to focus on Twitch for this week. See if we can make this affiliate thing happen. And then go from there. Just want to have fun. I want you guys to have fun with me. So, see you soon. Bye.